Molly always wants to say hi. Always here. Nathan Cox, thanks for joining us around the home. Okay, today I'm going to show you guys how to replace your string trimmer head for your older Ego string trimmer, the one that uses the rapid reload. Okay, now specifically my model is the ST1500 SF, manufactured January 2017. Okay, that's the model I'm using. This is the original Ego string trimmer that I used in my very first videos and one I've used in very many since then, okay? Has the old style rapid reload head where you have to line up the lines and the notches and stuff, okay? So the new head, not only is a replacement head in case this one's just worn out from hitting the asphalt too many times, may just damage from something else, but it also is designed so you don't have to line it up to those notches. It should make the loading even easier, okay? More like the power load head. Now, if you're here and you're like, oh wait, I need the power load head, I just made that video. Top right of your screen, you'll see that pop up and you can just shoot on over there. Now, there will be chapters along the timeline here where you can jump ahead, go back to review, plus we're Amazon affiliates. So we will have Amazon links for these items here, which I just got on Amazon. So you guys can get the right items, plus some of the tools we're using. And if you use our links, we help get credit for it, help support the channel. So please click away. Now, I actually tried this a while back because I had a viewer talk about wanting to upgrade the head to one where we don't have to line up the notches, and I got one. It was confusing because there's one that turns counterclockwise, okay, which is like the one I have here. This one, you know, turns counterclockwise when you turn it, and then you got one that turns clockwise. And when I was reading the descriptions, it seemed like both of them fit this, and it was confusing. So I ordered this one right here, which is the AH1530, okay? Because it turns counterclockwise, or what they call anti-clockwise in the description, which I think that just sounds weird, because that turns the same way as mine did. I bought it, took this one off, tried to put this one on, it wouldn't fit, so I sent it back, okay? And then I was like, I'll get the other one, but there's been an issue with stock because of, I guess, COVID and supply chains and stuff like that. So the past year, I basically couldn't be able to find this one here. So they were both back on stock on Amazon, like true Amazon, not the third party. So I went ahead and got both of them. We're going to try to iron this out, okay, and see which one actually fits. And to add even more confusion to this, on the 1531, the one I was just talking about here, check this screenshot out, okay? This is the very first question on Amazon for this head. And, so you got one answer that says, no, it won't fit. And then you got two answers that say, yes, it does, including the bottom one that says it's from Ego, the manufacturer, saying, oh, yeah, it'll fit. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to prove that comment wrong, okay, that's what makes it so confusing for everyone out there trying to do this. Let's go ahead and do the first thing and take the old one off, okay? And if you're wondering why I'm doing this on a downstairs counter with towels and stuff, it's really cold outside, and there's no gas and oil in this, so I can actually do this inside the house. So I'm just going to use a screwdriver to help me pop these tabs out. I can do it with my hands, but that's so much easier. Okay, so here we go. Let's just get the string off of here. Okay, we got a spring here. We're gonna pop out. All right, and then we've got a nut down here. Okay, the 9/16 on a deep socket seems to fit. So let's see. Okay. That wasn't as hard as the other one to hold. The other one I used an oil filter wrench to hold the center spindle, and it was rough to hold. This one here is a little bit better to hold, but still might not be easy for everyone. So you might figure out something to kind of hold that down so it doesn't spin in your hand. Okay, so this is just a long nut. And then we've got a washer here. And the base, I'm not sure if that stays in place. It's like a spacer washer thing. I'm going to set it back down there for now to see, because that might need to stay put. All right. Now this is the 1531, which I was talking about there in the cardboard box, which turns counterclockwise, okay? So you think that's what you should have. Here's a couple things that don't look right off the bat. So in the center here, this is a flattened rod here, okay? So it's flat on two sides. This has got a star fitting there. Plus the nut that it came with is definitely too big for the shaft. Okay, and I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened last time. As I pulled this out and I was like, there's no way it's fitting on that. This is totally wrong. All right, so let's move on to the other one. Now this is the 1530, which should be basically identical, well actually hopefully it's a lot different. It looks almost identical on the outside except that it turns clockwise. And this is not in a cardboard box, so I'm just gonna have to rip it open. I hate returning things where I've tried to tear everything open, but hopefully this is the right one. And it does actually on the back here list my model. All right, so hopeful here that this is gonna be the replacement I've been looking for. Okay, more string. If you're expecting these to be pre-wound, they're not. These are not like cartridges for like the Black & Deckers. They should wind super, super easy. It should not be, you should not be looking for pre-wound cartridges. That's hard to say. All right, so right off the bat, you see that way that's slotted or flattened, you know, for the slot, which looks just like this right here. So already, I'm very hopeful. All right, that tab's kind of loose already. Okay, this is a little bit different looking, and it should be a little different looking because there's a different head than the other one. Okay. A lot of the inside of this reminds me of the power load head, okay? Looks very similar. Let's go ahead and move straight to assembling this thing and see if I can do it right the first time. Okay, so I left this thing on here because it seemed like the right thing to do. And when you put this base plate on, it does fit perfect. It seems to fit perfectly right on top of that. So I think that's going to be the right thing to do. Okay, next, let's go ahead and take this out. Okay, the center spindle, which, like I said, this part looks very similar, a little bit different, obviously, but very similar to the power load head. Slide that in place. There is a nut here in the middle. Okay. And this, I think, just all stays together. So this is not a deep socket nut. And this nut here, not only is it not some weird deep socket nut, but it fits a 1/2 inch socket, very much like the power load head. So I'm gonna try to stick it down there without just dropping it, get it started. Okay. It's easier said than done. All right, I think I got it started. Okay, and again, this is a nylon insert nut, so I'm sure we should just snug it up and it'll stay put because of the nylon insert, so we don't have to go crazy on it. All right, this again here, even though I don't have to tighten it up very much, I'm going to use that oil filter wrench. Well, again, I got to put it in the right direction. You can see how often I use the oil filter wrench. Okay, so now we're going to take the head and line up these open slots with the tabs here. Well, I'll tell you what, that definitely clicks back together easier. The old rapid reload head always gave me trouble getting it back together. Now the way this one's supposed to work is, okay, that's how we're going to wind it. Okay, we'll make sure it's popped up, okay, because you can turn it where it's kind of like half down. So I'm pretty sure it needs to be in one of the up positions here. I already had a full load of string in it from before, okay? So we're just going to, and I'm not going to turn it around to any notches. I'm just going to stick it straight. Oh, hold on, before I do that, something I always got to tell everybody is you want to make sure that this end is straight, okay? I know there's a little bit of a curve to it, but we're going to try it. If it's kinked, you know, because you know we put that nut in the middle, right? So this isn't going straight through like a line. It's going to go in, around, and then back out. And when it comes back out the back side, if this is like janky, it'll catch, okay? So we should be able to just stick it in. Okay, that didn't work. That's probably because my hand's a little janky there. Let me cut it. Let me cut a clean end. All right, let's try that again. I'm going to stick it through. Oops. All right, I'm just going to stick it through. There we go. There we go. It should be that easy every time. All right, now we're going to pull it through. If some of you are like, wait, how long should this be? On either any of these Ego heads, 16 foot is the maximum length of the string. I'm going to pull them so that both sides are the same length. Now I've got both sides the same length. And instead of turning counterclockwise like the old one, I'm just going to turn it clockwise and it should be winding me up. right, that's actually getting a little tight, and I think I kind of overloaded the other head. Okay, there we go. We got rid of this old head that was worn out and replaced it with not only one that's brand new, working good, but redesigned, so it's easier to lower. You don't have to line up any notches like that, and it comes apart and goes back together easier, okay? So that's a great updated piece right there, easy to get a hold of. Like I said, there will be Amazon links in the description down below for it, so you can get the exact same one we just put here, and I clarified which one really does fit this string trimmer. Thanks again so much for watching, guys. Please subscribe to the channel, click that bell for notifications, check out our website. There's another video for you guys to enjoy. You guys have a great one.